video. This video is titled Shedeur Sanders Make News Regardless of What He Does. How's everybody doing? I thank you for watching in advance. This kid makes news regardless of whatever he's doing. He could be 3 for 8 passing in training camp and he'll make numbers regardless. But it was something interesting that I saw yesterday in practice. I didn't vlog on it, but I'll talk about it here. It's something interesting I saw. And if you saw the same thing on X account, drop a comment below in the comments if you saw this. There was a moment in practice when they were throwing to wide receivers. Shedeur threw to one of the trainers, man. I saw that. I'm like, man, I'm like, what? I guess that's a common practice. Like if you don't got enough receivers on a rotation to have one of the trainers catch for you. That was crazy. He didn't even have a helmet on, nothing. He wasn't even running a route. He just kind of ran crisscross and Shedeur passed to him. That was Shedeur's rep on one of those series. And I happened to see that. I was like, man. And on X account, people saying, how disrespectful is that? I don't know if it's disrespectful. I think it might be a common practice. Like if you have 4 receivers, they throw in the receivers. Maybe you don't have enough available receivers at that point, so you get a trainer to catch for you. I don't know. But what they did say yesterday, he'll get a lot of opportunity in the preseason game, which we know. Because the veterans don't really have to get, they usually save the veterans because we know that Flacco is going to start when the season starts. I already know that. I don't even have to be an insider to know that. He is the 19-year veteran. He brings experience to the table. He's getting to start opening day, regardless of how many reps he get. And number 2, more than likely, would be Kenny Pickett. And the number 3 spot is up in the air. It's either going to be between Shedeur and Dillon Gabriel. That's what we know. But Gabriel is getting a lot of snaps, so we're going to see how that changes week to week. Well, we'll see. It'll change it's going to be based upon how they what they do in the preseason game. It's going to be 2 preseason games where Dillon Gabriel and Shedeur is going to be playing most of the game. So they're going to get a whole opportunity to get to that 3rd position or possibly the 2nd position. We'll see. But it's still early in camp, believe it or not. I know it seemed like it's around the corner. It kind of is. Football is kind of around the corner. But they still have a lot of preseason to go. But they said by August, they're going to name their starter, which is going to be Flacco. What's going on, Angela? How you doing? So it's going to definitely be Flacco as the starter. I don't think anybody will be surprised by that just because he played in the league so long. He doesn't need a lot of reps. He really doesn't. The people that need the most reps is Shedeur and Dillon Gabriel. They need the most reps, and they will get that in preseason. And they're going to get a lot of opportunity to make that 3rd string, to get on that plane and travel with the team. As it stands right now, people are saying that Shedeur more than likely will be on the practice squad, but we don't know yet. It's still early. It's too early to say that because they still got to play those 2 preseason games, which him and Dillon is going to get a lot of snaps. I think Joe Flacco and Pickett will get a few series, and that's it, because you don't want to get them hurt. And at that point, it's up to the rookies. So we're just getting started with this main training camp before the season start, and everything is looking up. And please don't mistake my delivery for I'm too vested in this because I'm not. I just like I'm just excited to see him in camp. That's all. That's all it is. I'm excited to see him in camp, and that's my delivery. Everybody has their own delivery, so that's my delivery. That's my content, and that's how I do it. But I am real when I talk, though. I do talk, call it how I see it. Now, just because he has one day where he didn't do that many completions or whatever, that doesn't mean anything. He got a whole camp to go in preseason games. That's right. He has a whole camp to go preseason, and he's looking sharp. Let me tell you something real quick, because people were talking about he missed a lot of reps yesterday. Let me just say this. This goes for any facet of life. It don't matter what job you're going to. Remember I said this. This is the most important thing I'm going to say in this live chat. If you're not messing up, you're not working. If you're not making mistakes, how can you improve if you're not making mistakes? Remember I said that. You have to make mistakes in order to improve, because the coaches need something. They need something to go on. They need you to make some type of mistakes so they know how to correct those mistakes. If you're not making no mistakes, you're not working hard enough. And Shedeur is trying to thread the needle. That's why some of the passes are going to be off. And also, he's not really throwing to the starters. So you got to make mistakes. If you're not making no mistakes, something is wrong, because you're not a robot. I mean, if they want players to not make mistakes, then they need to start transitioning. They need to start transitioning and letting robots play. Oh shit! Shit! Damn, my bad. Damn, that my alarm is loud. Holy crap! It scared the crap out of me. Holy crap! It scared the crap out of me. I'm like, whoa! I couldn't get my keys out quick enough. Remember, I said that. Thank you for telling me that I was muted because yeah, it looks like I was I was muted. I was just saying the hustle means everything. It's all about the hustle. It ain't about the mistakes. It's about the hustle. Shit, even Michael Jordan made mistakes. But you know the crazy thing about Michael Jordan is you don't see any of those mistakes on YouTube. It's like they've been scrubbed off the internet. You don't see none of his mistakes. He made a lot of them. He got dunked on too. And he had one of his famous shots blocked by Dikembe Mutombo. Now that you will see online. You will see that online. The stuff that what happened with Dikembe, you see that stuff online. But the rest of the stuff you don't see. You don't see too many. You don't see too many of the GOAT's mistakes. That's crazy, isn't it? The GOAT, the GOAT made mistakes, but you don't see too much of it. Damn, I gotta roll to the store real quick. Damn it. Yeah, you don't see the if I but you don't see too many of the GOAT mistakes. Not ever. All right, can y'all hear me? Like for real, man. Anyway, let me just keep talking. If you can't hear me, I'll just go back and delete it. But yeah, man. I'm excited for the season. Like I said, I can't say that for my Jets. I can't. Thank you, O'Shea. Everybody else, they just like let me say that. They won't even press one. I'm like, can you press one if you hear me? Nobody's saying nothing. But they're like, yeah, we can hear you, but we ain't gonna tell you. That's crazy. But you see how people do me, man? Like for real. How hard is it to just press one? They like, nah, I ain't pressing one. We just gonna let you sit there and mess up your stream. But it's all good, man. It's all good. Let me park up real quick. Let me park up. Nice. Got my same park. That's what you call I'm having a good day. It's hard to find parks out here. But yeah, I was saying that everything Shedeur does make news, and that's a good thing actually. Nobody has paid attention to somebody drafted this low ever. Like nobody. But it goes to show that we know that he really was a first round draft pick. That's just 100. Everybody knows that. Hulk Hogan passed. I know there was some stories about that. Uh, they said he was sick, and it wasn't looking good because he had a heart condition. So if he passed, damn, rest in peace to Hulk Hogan, man. Damn, that kind of like that threw off my whole get up right now. That's like my childhood, man. Hulk Hogan. And I know he had looked sick. He was in the hospital, they said. Hold on, I'll be right back. Damn. Damn, Hulk Hogan. I'm gonna have to go live on my other page, man, to talk about that. Damn, Hulk Hogan, man. Man, rest in peace to Hulk Hogan, man. Damn, that's crazy. Everything happens in threes, man. Malcolm Jamal Warner, Hulk Hogan. There was another star, what's his name? Ozzy Osbourne. Everything happens in threes. Yeah, I remember him and Andre the Giant. Damn, Hulk Hogan, man. Anyway, I'm gonna have to go live on my other page on that. Um, but yeah, man, I ain't gonna take too much of your time, man, because I'm just saying that I'm happy about training camp. And Shedeur, if you don't mess up, that means he's not working hard enough, and he is working hard enough. You're gonna make mistakes, and that's just what it is right there. Forget all the negative press. Everything is good press over here. Now, I will call out the negative press, though. I will do it and just give my perspective on it. But it's not that I'm trying to stay on things that's negative, but I have a right to talk about whatever I want to talk about, just like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else, they make their content. I'm going to do it the way I want to do it. You know what I'm saying? So that's just what it is right there. Um, But yeah, man, it's yeah, that's crazy right there. But shout out to him. But I do know that he's going to have every opportunity to get that third position because they said that he's going to get a lot of snaps in the preseason games because that's how they're going to do it. Joe Flacco don't have to get a lot of snaps in preseason. You don't want the starters to get hurt. We know that he's going to be the starter. It's not going to be Kenny Pickett. It's going to be Joe Flacco. And Kenny Pickett more than likely is going to have that second position because they traded him in. Now it's up to Dylan Gabriel and Shedeur, and they're going to get most of the preseason snaps. Yeah, they say he was having heart issues, but Hulk Hogan. But yeah, that's how it works in preseason. The rookie's going to get the majority of the snaps because they want to get a good look at him. Who's going to get that third string? Because whoever get that, because they travel with three quarterbacks, that's what people are telling me. So preseason is where they're going to shine, them preseason games. So mark your calendars for those two preseason games because that's where they're going to get their reps. Yep, that's where they're going to get the majority of their reps, and things going to progress from there. And may the best man get that position because it could be subject to change as the season progresses. But yeah, that's how it is, man. Anyway, guys, let me go ahead and get out of here, man. I will catch you guys on the next one. All right, y'all.